Hello there, my friends. Welcome back to another fine episode of Carpo's Thoughts, and I'm here with my glasses on because I'm an old man and I'm getting crusty. Hell, when I started making YouTube videos, I didn't need glasses at all. Then gradually over the years, I started to have some issues with seeing things up close, and as we all get older, that happens. But here I am with my hat on backwards, showing that I'm cool, I'm young, I'm hip, I'm with the times. Oh, it was a half joke. I just put it on to keep my hair back, but I realized I look like a youngster, I guess, with I haven't worn my hat backwards in a long time. Uh, but anyway, I'm here to really. I originally sat down. I noticed the room echoes a lot more than it used to, so I hope that doesn't fuck up the video. I guess I had so much junk in here that it actually kept a nice sound. But I've been cleaning it out as I move and looking through my stuff, and I've been reminiscing over 20 years of things that I've done, creations, designs, art. I've come across a lot of things that have really brought back some intense, vivid memories of all the experiences I've had over that time. And I've realized something that I had when I first started, and I was young and I started creating things. I was making, Fimo clay, beads and hemp jewelry and selling it at like dead shows and fairs and whatever. Anything I could do. I was just interested in making stuff. And as I got older, that never went away. I just have interest in making things. Sometimes it's wooden boxes. Sometimes it's fucking guitars. I've got 3 guitars behind me that I built myself from, raw materials. This is from a table. I actually took the time to make this from an old pine table that belonged to my mother's family. I designed the body myself with the curve and everything. Did my own faceplate, my own design. It's a little excessive, but everything on it's original. I didn't have anybody else's ideas. I used zebra wood, and uh, you know, it was something that I made, never quite finished, to where I felt satisfied with selling it. And I've mentioned this over the years, how, I make things and then I don't have, I guess, the confidence to sell it. And I've realized that there's something I'm missing mentioning when I talk about these things. That just because you create something does not mean you have to fucking market it. You do not have to sell everything that you create. In fact, when we create just for the sake of creating, that's the best kind there is. There's this old saying you've all heard about, don't turn your hobby into your job or you'll start hating it. And that's true. If you're a woodworker, it can be an enjoyable hobby, but if you start doing, woodwork for other people all the time, it kind of takes away from the motivation to do it by yourself. But when you have a passion for something and you want to create something, just do it. Just go out and do it. You don't have to worry about how much you're going to make financially off of it. If you can make an income off of your passions, that's phenomenal, But I don't think that should hold back people from just wanting to create for the sake of creating. Because honestly, some of the most amazing things I've seen in my life have been things that were made for the individual, or for an art installation at Burning Man that, nobody else is paying for. People doing things for the sake of just doing it and enjoying it. So that's about all I wanted to say. Just, if you have a passion in something you do, whatever it might be, there are a lot of people in the kind of hustle culture that'll tell you monetize it. Monetize what you love. No, don't fucking monetize what you love. Please don't. You can sell things that you make. That's fine. It's not that money is evil. It's that if you're only doing it with the mindset of making money, everything's just going to turn to shit. Authenticity is going to die. I mean, if you want to, I guess a perfect example would be YouTube. Look at all the videos on YouTube where a lot of creators that we once loved might start to talk about things that are either a little more controversial or maybe a little less controversial, depending on their interests. Maybe more controversy gets them revenue one way, and not talking about certain issues keeps them safe in another way. we corrupt what we want to say. Not even bringing the word fuck into a video because you don't want to say fuck, because if you say fuck too many times in a video, then fucking YouTube will fucking cancel your video and fucking put it at the bottom of the list. But most of us don't fucking care because we don't give a fuck. Sorry if you have kids in the room, but just to make the point, it's about being able to speak your mind, be authentic. And the same way with your art. Your art should not reflect trying to be like other people, not trying to fit, how do I please the algorithm of the art world? It's disgusting. That's what brings us all this AI garbage art. No, it's not art. It's AI. It's not art. Art has to be created by a human's hands. I don't care what palette you use or what tools you use, but it requires a tool and a palette. And you might be able to say, well, Microsoft, art, doing art on a computer. Of course, that's graphic design if you're thinking it up. But if you're having something else think up your design, that's not art. That's another story altogether. That's all I got. Peace out. Talk to you next time. Be proud of yourself, whatever you create. Doesn't matter what it is. Don't put yourself down, because I know how that feels to have the imposter syndrome. And we just got to try to defeat it every day.